Tupac, who was killed in a drive-by in 1996. Did you get that, Johnny? If he was still with us, he would have gotten his ass ate the fuck up lyrically. Now, so Tupac, if you're unfamiliar, you babies out there, I want to know, has anyone ever regarded Tupac as a lyricist? Has anyone who ever even heard music even once and who knows about Tupac, has anyone ever said Tupac is a lyricist? Nobody's ever, I've never heard it. I've heard them call him a poet, a revolutionary. I've heard a genius. I've never heard anyone call him a lyricist. But T-Pain has the never-ending wisdom to say if Tupac was around today, he would have gotten his ass ate up by these young niggas. Two very dumb things that he said in one sentence. And the second,
what is a lyricist to T-Pain? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because what is criteria for it? Because if you're comparing it to people today, every song sounds the same, every song is about their money or their car, their bitches, or what, the gun they're toking, or this and this and that, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't know who you're comparing them to. Are there the few artists? Yes, there are a few, but you said today's artists. You didn't give names. So I have to assume that we're talking about the general, what's in the top 40 out there.
Yeah,
we're comparing this to Tupac. We're talking about a man who could go from Brenda's Got a Baby to California Love to all types of samples from the 80s, flip them. Like, he's one of the original people who took those samples from those old schools and flipped them, but gave it soul, still kept the soul with it. Like, come on, man, stop this.
Well, look, T-Pain, he's not making any money. And listen, I don't want to take away from T-Pain's legacy. T-Pain's amazing. I love a T-Pain record. Like, don't get it twisted. But for some reason, he's just not in anymore. I don't know. The general public they just had enough of him. But where they do embrace him is in this space, this thing we're doing right now, right? They like the content. They like his banter. He made a lot of money. I read something or even seen something where he made he made way more M's than he made playing video games and doing this shit than he did on music. People love him when he does. Yeah, they love him for this shit. So I'm just thinking, and I'm hoping and I'm praying, because again, I like T-Pain. I do. So I'm just thinking and I'm hoping he's just playing the game like everybody else does, saying the most ridiculous shit just to get them clicks up. And he was talking.
I think he believes this. I think he actually believes this. Like, while T-Pain is somebody who I could see do, at this point, does he need to do anything for clout? He's done everything possible that he can get to all this attention. He doesn't need, music is not his mainstay. Like you said, this space is his new space, this internet world. So as long as he's popping on there and he's making his money, he's got his sponsorships, then that should be good enough. I don't feel like he needs to go out and say these crazy things. You know what I mean? Just me personally, I think he really believes it, because he said some wild shit before.
Yeah.
But he believes that shit. He's said some shit about the industry that nobody else in the industry would ever tell you, which is probably why he gets blackballed as hard as he does. But that's besides the point. He says these things with no remorse. So why? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel.
And the sad part about it is, okay, well, let me ask you this question. Do you like T-Pain?
I like T-Pain's music. I like it. I like his honesty as well.
Okay, good. So if you are a fan of T-Pain's music, you don't know him unless you know him, but I'm assuming you don't know T-Pain personally, right? So you have an idea of him, of who he is, how he acts in his private life, and we get all this through his music, right? So now you fall in love with this artist and you think you know this person, and then they come out and they say some shit like this. And I got to tell you, let me say this correctly, because I don't want to just speak generally. I think most people who like hip hop would prefer Tupac over T-Pain. So we know T-Pain has exited the music world. And I said most, not everyone. So we know T-Pain has exited the music world, but he still has a music legacy. So why would you want to tarnish that legacy by saying some dumb shit like this? To me, it's not even dumb. To me, it's just uninformed, which I guess is dumb, but it's a really uninformed thing to say. At least provide some clarity. And it's crazy, though, that people, myself included, would be so heated about a comment like that. But that'll tell you how people feel about TuPac. They don't feel that way about T-Pain. There's university classes on Pac, bro. You can't just come out and say that.
Is poetry not lyricism? Is that not part of lyricism? When you're is substance not part of lyricism? Or is, in T-Pain's mind, lyricism just being able to rhyme words real good, or having great harmonic melodies?
I would say it's the latter. I would say it's the latter for sure. The one thing that I will say about T-Pain is, TuPac comments aside, I want that T Wayne album.
Yeah, okay, no, stop.
Bro, I want the T Wayne album.
I don't know if he just ran out of shit to say, or if I don't, because that was just never necessary.
You don't want you don't want the T Wayne album?
No, I would have wanted it. Yes, if this was 2002, I would be craving it.
Yo,
I would be craving that shit.
Listen,
but yo, guess what? It's not.
Listen, there's a T Wayne album. There is a Fat Joe and Biggie Smalls album. Bro, there's a Fat Joe and Biggie Smalls album sitting somewhere in somebody's studio.
I hear you. Great. Fantastic. That's congratulations to those guys.
I'm just saying, I would rather the T-Way album than his commentary.
They've released all of Tupac's music since he's died. Everything that he had in the vault. They do that with every artist that has good music. So you're telling me about albums that are created that we've never heard of? I think there's a reason. That's all I'm saying. I
want Diddy to remix Tupac's All Eyes on Me. All right, I'm done.
There's a label out there. There's a label out there that said, listen, guys, we got an album that could make us some money. Let's not release it. That's they're like,